All right.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another show of Red Cup Rants. I am your girl, LaDonna, or LD, as it says on the screen. And then I'm here with my boy Dre and my husband Boom. What is up, fellas?
What's
I'm
going
good.
on?
Just trying to forget this weekend. That's all I'm trying to do.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about these Cowboys before we talk about your team because your team actually did better
The only
than our
the only one of my
team.
the only one of my teams to win this weekend. So, but we're gonna talk about
Hey,
that later. I'm gonna let y'all have the forefront because I got a lot to get off my chest.
yes, and I know this man has a lot to get off his chest because we
I
didn't do
know
a show yesterday, so I know he's ready.
he's armed and ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
You got
Go
something
Cause
to
I
say?
boom.
You got
cause I
something to say
saw
before I get on? Go on.
all I know is I saw the game
Um.
last night. I saw the game last night, and I texted people I need to text. Cause boy, y'all looked terrible last night.
You
And
didn't
not only
text me.
I, well, because I figured that y'all was gonna do the show and I was gonna get on, and then I already knew Boom was in the mood, so I was like, I'll just wait till we get on the show tomorrow. But my only thing is, how the hell we lose to you guys? If y'all playing like that, how the hell we lose to you guys? So that says a whole lot. But I'm gonna let Boom go ahead because I know he got a lot to get off. Because I know
I,
Mi-
that
I want to
Miggy,
say
go
just
ahead.
one thing. I just want to say our defense looks trash. Nolan needs to get fired. The turnovers are horrible. We pay Zeke too much to do the fumbles and the loss and everything. Um, Go ahead, because I already know you're going to say everything I want to say.
Let me. We didn't just do a show against the Giants, so let me go and get that. Um, Big ups to Tristan Hill. He's out. The linebacker for the Giants, he's out. And then, of course, the big injury to Dak Prescott, compound fracture, dislocated ankle. Hopefully, he'll come back stronger, better. That game, our defense still sucked. Couldn't stop Devonta Freeman at all. But we came out with the win. Of course, coming back playing from behind. That's our MO this season. Play from behind. We may play better, but fast forward to last night. Fuck these Cowboys. Like seriously, fuck them. And it starts at the top. Because the way these players are playing, they're playing with no emotion. They're playing with nothing to give, and they just half-ass in every play. The whole night they were getting beat deep, and it's amazing that Murray did not connect on them because he only completed 9 passes.
hmm
He only completed 9 passes. Imagine if he connected on 6 more of those passes. There would have been 60, 70 points on the board. And it starts at the top. Fire the GM, fire the head coach, fire the defensive head coach because they ain't playing for the damn. And it starts at the top. I've been saying this for the whole season. I've been saying it. They're playing like they got nothing held accountable for it. They don't. They're not holding anything accountable for to these players. So they're just going out doing whatever the fuck they want. So fuck these Cowboys, and it starts at the top. Zeke,
We're we're
I
not we're not tanking for Trevor, but we
eh,
are tanking that bad. But we're not tanking for Trevor.
Zeke. I don't know what's gotten into him this season, but he's been putting the ball on the ground. That's not that's not him. That's not what he does. He beats people up in the trenches, but he's putting the ball on the ground and doing jack shit. We're I don't know how we're even 2 wins this season. We're 2-4. How we win against Atlanta, I have no idea. We won
Because
against Giants because Giants is Giants.
we're just as bad as you guys. That's why.
But
Or even worse.
we're we got 2 wins, but we have the worst turnover ratio in the NFL. Worse than the 0-6 Jets. Let that sink in for a second. This is horrible. There's nothing like even these star players that we picked up. They ain't doing shit on defense. And I'm with my wife. I'm still till this day, till last night, till right now, trying to figure out who the hell beat out Hawkland this. Who beat him out for him to get cut before the season? But then you bring in Brandon Carr as in the safety, and then you cut him 2 weeks later. And
Because he wasn't doing nothing. So who beat him out?
this is terrible. It's I mean there's no words that you can put other than this team is trash. It is trash, complete trash. Burn it. Fire everyone that's on this personnel and start fresh. We need a GM that can bring in players and coaches that will mesh together. Because right now it seems like they ain't doing shit. They're on completely different pages. I mean, hell, today reports came out by anonymous players saying that coaches are not prepared. Isn't that why Coach McCarthy got let go in Green Bay? Because he wasn't prepared? Because his defense wasn't playing up to par with their offense? Because our offense can click. Even with Andy Dalton, it can click. It didn't last night, though, but it can. And the defense is just trash. So if this was the same case in Green Bay, why the hell did we bring him in? Because I've said it last season, I said it this season. We need coaches that will put these players on their ass, a lot of fire on their ass if they mess up on something. And I said it 2 weeks ago, even under Marinelli, our defense, they were at least hustling to the ball, making tackles. They're not making tackles at all. They're just trying to two-hand touch. They ain't going. You're not gonna get a fucking win with that two-hand touch. And then giving up rushing yards. How many? 261 rushing yards. Play the pick 3, 261. It's fucking pathetic. That's what I see from this team. Just no. They got to get a line, okay, but that's my biggest issue is the defense. That's the first thing I look at in a team. How is your defense? Because your defense can inspire that offense. Your defense can light the fire up and get them excited on offense, and they can make those big plays. It's your defense that sets the tone for the game. From the very first play, you're gonna let them go deep because the man was open. I mean, you on defense, you didn't do shit because Kyler Murray missed that throw. That's not a point for defense. He just missed that throw, so fuck you. Get your ass back on the line. Don't be over there celebrating, doing this, incomplete. No, you didn't do shit. He's just a missed throw. Defense, defense wins games. Defense wins games. I don't care what type of game it is. Defense will prevail. Now, if both teams' defense trash, it's gonna be just an offensive shootout. Now, if look at Tampa Bay versus Green Bay. Tampa Bay put Aaron Rodgers on his ass multiple times in a game, and guess who won that game? Tampa Bay. I mean, how do you let a team win that the quarterback only completed nine passes the whole fucking game? 9 passes.
And no line. They forget that this man was the most sacked last season because of no line. Like, are you kidding me? We couldn't even get to him once. A half.
And the one
That's
that we did get, he gave up because he went back too far.
Yeah.
that's crazy.
So we how do I feel about the rest? Fuck the NFC East, man. The NFC least. Put an L next to that shit. NFC least. This whole division is trash, but I don't care about the rest of the division. I care about my team, that star. That's what I care about. I can care less about any other team. My team going out playing like this, hell, even the Eagles are getting sacks. The Giants are getting sacks. The Washington
they
football
are.
team, they're getting sacks. Well, we can't get
They
it.
are. They are.
We're averaging what, half a sack a game so far? If that,
How many does the mist have?
one,
Hey,
one.
I can't
getting
defend him. I
getting
can't
paid
defend
90
him.
getting paid $90 million. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah.
Hell, man, Murray could have completed 9 passes the whole game. I could have done that. I mean, it would have been like 24 yards total, but still, I would have completed 9 passes on this fucking defense. Hell, against this defense, I could have put 9 passes, maybe 200 yards,
Mm-hmm.
three touchdowns. I could probably do that. But the Cowboys' secondary is non-existent.
Non.
It is horrible. This they just gotta fucking whatever they're thinking on defense, they gotta let it go. Yeah, I mean, like the players say they can't adjust on the fly. They're not well prepared. They're not doing shit.
That's the Marcus Lawrence who he's talking about.
The
Yeah,
mist.
where's the $100 million DN? I don't know. You let me know, so I can turn him over to the fucking Cowboys and show them where the practice facility is at and where the games are being played. And then
But there's-
Zeke of all sources on this team, Zeke was the least expected on the turnover battle, right?
Yep.
Yes, he put the ball down against Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
But
He did it twice. He did it twice.
yeah, he did it twice, but he recovered one, and then he lost one. But still, he fumbled twice. So we're like, all right, well, this is Zeke. It happens even to the best players. It's just a one-off game. Wipe it off, let it go. But then he put it down twice again last night. I mean, we are the worst turnover ratio in the NFL right now. The Jets are better in that department, and they have 0 wins. You can't right now on this offense. He's the best player. They're going to be getting the ball the most. Because right now we can't guarantee the receiver is going to get the ball because we have a new quarterback. Mm-hmm. So you can't bench Zeke. You bench Zeke, and he's going to go. Well, but when it is time for him to come back on the field, he's not going to be as confident and put the ball back down. So you need him still to be started and to have a better rotation between him and Tony Pollard. So just to
They
get
did
Zeke
bench him. They did bench him for a few plays.
For a drive
after, yeah. And then
But-
I wanted to say there is a reason why Nolan hasn't had a job since the Atlanta Falcons. There's a reason he hasn't had a job in 6 years. It's because he's garbage.
And it shows. And it really shows. Like there's the players. You watch the defense play. There's 0 communication on the back end.
None.
0. On that play where Kirk went deep, that corner that was supposed to be covering him, he just went out to the flat and let the receiver go with no communication with that safety. And with Kirk, you can't just let him go. He can fly. And before you know it, he is 5 yards behind the defense player on our defense, and it's a touchdown. Like just 0 communication, and it starts at the top. It starts at the top. Fire the GM, fire the coach, fire all coaching personnel.
So basically,
All of it.
he's saying
And
basically gut out the whole team and start over.
to start over, keep your the players that you pay the most, keep them and build around them. Because even if we do, if it's a big if we make it to the playoff, this is how we're gonna be. This is how we're expected to play. And what's gonna happen in playoff? Everyone turns it up a notch.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a notch to turn up right now. We're trying to
Mm-hmm.
find the one. So this team needs to go into rebuild now mode. Just fuck it. Just start over. Because there's, and then now even if we tank this season, it's still coming back to the quarterback. Are we gonna sign? Are we gonna get a contract agreement with Dak? Because that's not Andy Dalton make me miss Dak. And you guys know I don't like Dak like that. So for Andy Dalton to make me miss Dak, I hope he gets well soon and be 100% coming back. But last night made me miss him. I thought Andy Dalton starting, he'll have a whole he had a whole week of practice, adjust, calling audibles in practice, whatnot. He'll be he's a veteran. He's been starting for years in Cincinnati. We got him. He's good. He'll be able to adjust the plays on the fly. It didn't look like he even called audibles at all. Like, forgot to read how to read a defense. It's like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
There's no communication. Like last night, both offense and defense played like ass. Like they had no motivation at all. At all, like zero motivation. And it's just pathetic. Like normally I sit there and watch the whole game from start to finish. I got up in the middle of the third and started working out.
I checked out. I checked out around 2 minutes into the third. I checked out. I started doing my Spanish on Duo. Like this team doesn't look like they have motivation. This team doesn't look like the team that we saw last year. And I don't know if it's the coaches. I don't know if they're upset with themselves. A lot of people are saying, well, you can't blame the coaches for the turnovers. You can't blame the coaches for the interceptions. But you could but can we blame the coaches? We could finally get a touchdown. Let's throw it 5 times. If we didn't get any penalties, we would have been SOL and kicking another field goal.
Mm-hmm.
Why do we have Zeke if you're not going to feed him on the 1 yard line? Like, why are we paying this man?
In the last 3 games, our defense gave up 657 yards rushing. In the last 3 games.
And John, I was on John's show last Wednesday, and it was so great. Put your show name in, John. Put your show name in the comments. But yeah, he said it. He called Kirk. He was like, I'm worried about Kirk. I was more worried about Fitzgerald because Fitzgerald is actually a Cowboys killer. If y'all don't know, look up his numbers against us. But John called literally everything that happened. Like, I need the lottery numbers, John. Can you give me the lottery numbers? Because he called literally almost everything.
261. Pick 3. 261.
Trying to tell you.
And I don't know if they got scared because they got Pollard and he was actually looking good. But Zeke was definitely in his own head. I will say that. He was definitely in his own head after that. And it showed. Because he looked like he was scared to hold the ball. But you still gotta feed him the ball because he's your best running back. He's the highest paid player out there on our offense.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand what hurt. What one thing that did hurt, Zach Martin getting hurt. Martin getting hurt. We had nobody out there after that on defense. Like no starter. And I understand we have the most injuries in the NFL when it comes to starting players. Mm-hmm. But you have to come with that next man up mentality.
Mm-hmm.
You have to.
You have
and
to,
we're not doing it. No, we're not doing it.
We don't have the players too. Because we created this team based on individual play, not a team play. Look at the Patriots. They can substitute any player at any position, and they will be good.
We can't do that. Season. Well, not really this season.
But, I mean, look at the history. They have done that before. We don't have that here. We have a player that plays only one spot. Leave him alone. That's what we have. Marinelli made those players play together and not individual.
And Chris Richard. I will say that Chris Richard, he did it too. Even though he was only there for one season, I'll take him back over Nolan.
Yeah, but this team is trash. But that's all I got to say. And I got to go. I got to get back to work. So, peace.
All right.
Yeah, but we move on. We play DC this week. Randall Gregory is expected to be back this week.
You think he gonna do something?
He can't. Right now, it don't hurt. At this point, like, do something. Like, even Alden Smith has kind of fallen off, and I'm like, dude, you're in a prove it type of deal. You need to be proving it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's sad.
Definitely do. I think, like I said, you only go up from here, considering. And the crazy thing about it is, y'all still in first place.
I don't even want to talk about the playoffs because we're gonna get dismantled if this team keeps playing the way they are.
That's the crazy thing about it.
Dismantled.
And it's like 7 spots now because they added another spot, so y'all still in there.
But we're still number 1.
Yeah.
That's the sad. We can win the division. I've been seeing it. Whoever wins 6 games is like the joke. If anybody wins the first 6 games is going to make it to the playoffs.
And y'all be a 4th seed. That's the crazy thing. Y'all be a 4th seed because of the division championship. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But a 6-10 team could be. You know what I'm saying? Like, who knows? Y'all could pull off like the Seahawks did the Saints. They went 7-9 and knocked off the Super Bowl champions. So you never know.
I don't see that happening.
I'll give you positive vibes.
Okay, positive vibes. But we're going to go ahead and talk about this because, they're in our comments. And I'm already about to choke some people for their comments that I'm seeing.
Yeah.
So the Falcons win. But then the rest of the Georgia sports.
Oh, man.
And I was rooting for all Georgia sports. I want everybody to know. Because I don't like Alabama. I don't like the LA Dodgers. And before we go on that, do I have faith in Dalton? I do have faith in Dalton because he is a quarterback that has proven himself. Cincy was not all that bad, so he does have the weapons like Cincy, and he has a better running back system than he had in Cincy. But we know he's good for at least 1 or 2 interceptions. We all know that. But he just missed targets, and that's not him. So there's got to be, he needs to do extra practice with his wide receivers because he definitely had it with his tight end. So I have faith, but it's just taking a minute. Okay, now go to Georgia sports.
Man, all I gotta say is I'm glad I had me some edibles this weekend. Cause boy, uh, it's oh man, I don't even know where to start. I will start with this. I will start with this. I'm glad my team won. My football team, my professional football team won because the hate for Matt Ryan grows each time. And
Yeah.
granted he had a bad game against the Bears when he threw that interception, killer interception in the red zone that ultimately cost us to lose the game. Uh, People are calling for him to get released or get fired or get cut or whatever. Even Ti, who I think is a great rapper, but sometimes he says some questionable things. Sometimes I just want to tell him to shut the fuck up. But he's my favorite rapper, so I won't say that. But I know a lot of people said that they want him out. But let's let's
I
let's
would. Let's
let's
see this. Do you see
let's
this? Do you see
let's
these stats right here?
yeah, that's what
Okay.
I'm saying. Let's unpack this. This man went out and he went 30 for 40, 371 yards, four touchdowns, connected with Julio on some great passes. Got Ridley in the game, even got Hayden Hurst in the game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it wasn't the Bears, it was the Panthers. My bad. That's what he threw the interception on. But the man went out there and balled out. And you know what? I'm not even worried about that. I'm not even worried about the offense at that point. The defense is what impressed me the most. I mean, yeah, we played Kirk Cousins. He's a turnover machine, but we have seen guys. I mean, look at Bridgewater when he played against us last week. Made that man look like a Super Bowl MVP. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy how you can have a bounce back game. Maybe this is the game that will kind of lift us a little bit. I mean, we got Detroit coming up. That's another winnable game. And Desmond Trufant's their starting cornerback, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna go against Julio. So that'll be interesting to see. But like I told everybody, kill the Matt Ryan hate. Kill the Matt Ryan hate because y'all talk about tanking for Trevor, tanking for Justin Fields, and y'all don't understand the notion of football. Do anybody out there that could answer this question for me? I would agree with you. Can any of them guys play defense? Can Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields play defense? Because if they don't play defense, I don't want them. I need somebody that can play some defense because our defense is the problem. Because you see what happens when the defense plays a little bit decent. Matt Ryan goes out there and have a game. So that whole Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields tanking for them, y'all need to kill that. What y'all need to do is figure out how we're gonna get this defense good. Because like I said last week, when was the last time the Falcons had an elite defense? You know what I'm saying? And then for everybody that says, "Oh, let's trade Matt Ryan, let's cut him." Do y'all have $50 million just sitting around? Because that's how much it's gonna cost to cut him. Do y'all have $50 to $75 million to cut him? Y'all need to kill this. Y'all need to kill this Matt Ryan. Whatever. Kill this Matt Ryan need to be traded. And yes,
I love these comments. Vikings defense is trash. They're still the NFL.
exactly. I
It's
mean,
still hard to play against a professional team. If
and
it
then
was
look,
that easy, anybody would do it.
and then Sean. You talk about you don't need elite defense to win no more. What did the Chiefs do in the Super Bowl? Yes, they played a good offense game, but how they get the ball back? They played defense. Come on, bro. You making this too easy for me, man. You really making this too easy. How the hell did the Chiefs win the Super Bowl? Yeah, Mahomes did his thing, but did the defense have to play to get the ball back? Didn't they have to come back from 10 down? You can't come back 10 down, outscore the team. You got to play defense. And that's what the Chiefs did. So that whole you don't need a defense to win no more, you're crazy. Because if you look at it, when the number one offense and the number one defense play in the Super Bowl, the number one defense is 5-1. They're 5-1. So that whole y'all don't need to win no defense, y'all need to kill it. Because y'all need how you gonna get the ball back? How you gonna get the ball back? Because if you matter of fact, look at the Patriots and the Eagles when they play in the Super Bowl. How the Eagles win the Super Bowl? One defensive play caused them to win that game. They got the sack on
They
Tom
didn't
Brady. It was the
have.
strips.
They don't have an elite defense,
They
but
don't
guess
have
what?
it.
They played.
The
Kansas
defense had to get
City's
the ball
defense
back.
played like an elite defense. That's what the difference is. That's what you're missing. You don't have to have an elite defense, but if you have a way better than average, I will say better than good, but not elite, between there, that wins you games.
I mean, look at this. Look at the Saints in 2009. They didn't have the best defense, but their defense was opportunistic to win the Super Bowl because they made plays. How did the Saints win the Super Bowl? It wasn't because of Drew Brees. It was because Terry Porter intercepted that ball for a pick six. So that whole you don't need elite defense. Stop it. Stop it right now. Stop it.
Peyton Manning would not have a ring if it wasn't for Broncos.
Yeah,
It wasn't
exactly.
for their defense. If it was not for their defense, oh my God,
Did Peyton Manning? What was Peyton Manning's numbers in that Super Bowl? Because I'm pretty sure he didn't have a good.
It was garbage.
Exactly. So that whole you don't need to have an elite defense or whatever. Y'all don't know shit about football. Y'all really don't. Because you need to get the ball back. How you gonna get the ball back? By outscoring the other team? Y'all crazy, man. Y'all really are. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then
Manning finished with 13 of 23 for 141 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 1 interception.
I guess Peyton Manning carried them to that Super Bowl, huh, Sean? So I think this dude plays Tecmo Bowl man on rookie level. That's why
I don't even know how he could be I don't know how you could be. I understand criticism, but if you're going to talk about every little thing, not even as a whole, you're blaming just at the end, you're not blaming the whole team. Every time you come on here and then in the comments, you only talk about Matt Ryan this, Matt Ryan that, but you don't say our defense looked like trash or they looked good or whatever. No, you pick out individual players, but I swear to God, it's the whole team.
It's like I said before, Matt Ryan can win the game or lose the game. He's still going to get blamed for it.
Mm-hmm.
And you see what happened against the Vikings. Now they're saying, the Vikings are trash. Now, if he would have lost to the Vikings, they'd be like, how you lose to the Vikings with a trash defense? Now, I tell you, these Matt Ryan haters, they don't know. They pick and choose how to feel. If he wins or loses, they pick and choose how they feel. Like I said, I'm telling everybody right now, Michael Vick is not walking through the doors. And unless Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields can play defense, I don't want them. I don't want them. I don't. Unless they play defense. If they're going to play defense, they're more than welcome to come. But we don't need a quarterback. We need some players that can play some defense. We need a pass rusher. You do realize...
And people do realize just that he's a quarterback. Okay, but there's the leaders on the defense too. There's captains on both sides.
Yeah, I don't see nobody blaming Deion Jones or Grady Jarrett unless Mad Mike gets on here, which he'll be coming up in a couple minutes. You know what I'm saying? I don't see nobody blaming them. You know what I'm saying? So you talk about mediocrity. Okay, 30 for 40 for 371 yards and 4 touchdowns in mediocrity. Then I don't know what to tell you. Maybe your taste buds are not good. Maybe your taste buds are not that good.
This right here.
I don't see. I don't see
defense. So Sean, but defense is spelled with an S. But all this.
So Sean, you gonna blame anybody on defense, or you just gonna keep blaming Matt Ryan? You gonna blame anybody on defense? You gonna blame Ricardo Allen? You gonna blame Grady Jarrett? You gonna blame Deion Jones? You gonna blame Tack, who can't play and is officially checked out? You gonna blame anybody on defense, or you just gonna blame Matt Ryan? That's what I'm saying, man. Y'all Matt Ryan haters be off the chain, bro. Y'all be off the chain with this shit. And I bet you right now, you can even ask my BF. If Matt Ryan was available to trade, she would definitely want him to come to the Cowboys.
Maggie is in the comments. She already know. My husband, who hates Dak, will take him in a heartbeat. I just want somebody consistent. Yeah, I keep saying it every week. When you lose him and you get a quarterback that, especially a young one, that is not doing what Matt Ryan was doing, which is being consistent every year, they're going to be sad as shit. And then they're going to be like, well, no, ain't no well. This is what you got now because he gone.
And then the crazy thing about it is, what if Justin Fields and Trevor Lawrence come out and they're complete trash? Y'all going to want to trade him too? Y'all going to want to bench him for a little bit?
Because let's name all the quarterbacks that looked great in college and did not look well in the NFL.
Right.
Exactly. Johnny Manziel.
I mean, even Baker Mayfield is struggling, and I was high on Baker Mayfield, He's struggling right now. He's struggling. So I mean,
we could do a list of names.
I mean,
a list, and so don't say, oh well, this quarterback looks good in this situation. Yeah, because he's in college.
Right. Like I said,
you only need 1 foot to land in college. These wide receivers only need 1 foot to land in between the lines. 1 foot. So it looks better. I'm not saying it's that easy. I'm just saying it's easier.
Yeah, you say that now, Sean, but you take your chance on them and they come out to be complete trash. You're gonna start complaining again like you complain about Ryan.
Mm-hmm. I give
Cause I
them
know, I
3
know, I
years
know,
if they're horrible.
cause I know Falcons fans. They are so fickle. That's why we're the worst fan base of all the sports. They're fickle as hell. Lawrence and Fields come out and be complete garbage, and they be like, they'll be talking about, oh, trade him. Same way. So I don't want to hear it,
Actually,
man.
Sam just posted um, the worst fan base is actually the Cowboys. Like the worst complaining fan base,
Oh
Cowboys
no,
were
because
number
when I
one.
saw, you know, the funny thing about this, I saw that, and I was like, how in the hell the Falcons are not number one? Because the way these motherfuckers complain about Matt Ryan and all this shit, like this man's probably the most disrespected quarterback in the league. He is disrespected, and the crazy thing about it is, Aaron Rodgers had a horrible game against Tampa. Horrible game. I didn't see not one Packer fan talk about trade him, cut him, send him packing. None of that. They still supported him, so like I said, we're fickle. The Falcons fans are fickle as hell. They are. They really are. Matt Ryan can have a bad game. Oh, they come with the heat. Matt Ryan can have a good game. They'll come with the excuses. They just want Matt Ryan gone because, like I said, they're still hung up on number 7 who was playing there, Michael Vick. They're still hooked on him. They're still hooked on him, and they're hooked on getting Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields, who I think has the potential to be great. But like you said before, the adjustment from college to the NFL is steep. It really is steep.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, if we draft them, cool. But they better do something. Because I'm telling you right now, if they go out there and be complete trash, I'm taking everybody's name down that said we need to get them. I'm taking everybody's name down. I'm going to air y'all out on TV. I'm going to air y'all out.
I'm coming with you, and I'm not
Because
even
y'all
the
don't want.
Falcons fans.
I'm
Y'all
going to air
over
y'all
here
out.
y'all disrespectful
Disrespecting the
to Matt
man.
Ryan. Like, what else? I understand he needs to win a Super Bowl, but there's a lot of great QBs.
Dan Marino, Jim Kelly. They haven't won a Super Bowl, but these are the type of people that think Trip Dilfer is better quarterback than Dan Marino because he got a Super Bowl. That's it.
Yeah,
Because it's a Super Bowl. So,
yeah.
it is what it
Y'all
is.
so worried about rings, and I understand that's the end goal. I understand that. Don't get me wrong, but you cannot say he's horrible because he doesn't have a ring. And that's a lot of y'all argument.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. But like I said, they think Trent
And
Dilfer's a better
this,
court.
he ain't mobile. Like what?
He don't. He
What
don't
else
need.
is
I
he
mean,
supposed to do?
like I said, they want that man to play. They want the man to play quarterback, running back, wide receiver, defense, rush the pass, all that shit. They want to do everything. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yes, thank you. Sam. I'm just saying
All of them are
all of them.
and not one of them has a ring. Not one. Warren Moon. Warren Moon's another one. He ain't got no ring. That's what I say, but like I said, these are the type of fans that think Trent Dilfer's better and Brad Johnson's better because they got Super Bowl rings. So,
Hey,
but
Chase
anyway,
Daniel does too.
yeah. I mean, hell, what's that? Jimmy Garoppolo got one, and he is terrible in San Francisco. He is
Was
terrible.
it butt fumble on the Seahawks when they
Yeah,
won,
yeah.
or was it the year after?
What you talk about when Russell Wilson threw that interception?
No, butt fumble. The quarterback that used to play for
Oh,
the Jets. He used to Mark Sanchez.
Mark Sanchez.
Was he? Because he would end up being his backup for one season, but I'm not sure if that was the year they went to the Super Bowl or not.
Which team are you talking about?
Seahawks. He was his backup.
I thought it was Matt Barker. He might be right. I don't know. Or maybe
No,
Geno
at
Smith.
one season,
one season.
like now it is, but it was like one season.
I
can't
don't
think.
know. He
I
probably
can't
has
think.
one.
I'm at the.
But anyway,
But it's,
those guys that
yeah,
Sam named, none of them have Super Bowl rings. But we all, like I said, Dan Marino to me is the greatest quarterback of all time. He does not have not one Super Bowl ring, but I think he's the greatest quarterback of all time because he revolutionized the passing game. You know what I'm saying? But hindsight's 2020. I'm at a point now where I don't even argue with Matt Ryan haters anymore because they're fixing their ways. So I do think Matt Ryan will be a Hall of Famer when he retires because I think he won't be a first ballot Hall of Famer, but eventually he'll get in there. He'll get in there. But like I said, when he retires or gets traded or whatever happens to him, y'all Falcons fans gonna be sorry. Especially if the rookie quarterback that we draft is not good. So That's all I'm saying. Like, and you saying his window closed, but he's second in the league in passing behind Dak, who's hurt. So that whole window's closed. Come on, man. That man's second in the league in passing. Y'all need to read these stats and figure it out. Because last time I checked, he was number 2 behind Dak as far as passing yards.
Mm-hmm.
So that whole window is closed thing, maybe as the Falcons, yeah, it may have closed, and we might have to do another rebuild. I think we're going to do another rebuild. I think that if the price is right for both of them, for Matt Ryan and Julio, to get them out of there, because I do want them to win, and I'm pretty sure they don't want to be in another rebuilding stage. If the price is right, I would like to trade him, but do I want to be traded? Not right now. It doesn't really need. We don't have to have a full rebuild, but we do need to change some things. So you know what I'm saying? Like the man still got juice left. So yeah, I'm not
I
really
would take him.
shoot, half the league would. Half the league would. So I
And
mean,
I really wanted to start singing when I saw this about his age. I really wanted to start singing Aaliyah. Age ain't nothing but a number.
think about it. Yeah, Tom Brady is 43 years old and got the Bucks at 4-2 or 5-2. They got him at 4-2 or 5-2. I got to check, but they got them winning right now.
Mhm.
So and Drew Brees, even though he's out there with his arms not what he used to be, he's still out there producing. So that whole his window is closed. Maybe for you because
Aaron
Aaron,
Rodgers is getting up there too.
and he had a bad game this Sunday, but I don't see nobody complaining about that. I don't see nobody complaining about Aaron. And don't say because he won a Super Bowl, because that Super Bowl did not help him when he got their ass kicked Sunday. I hate when people talk about, oh, well, he won a Super Bowl. Did it help them in that game? Did it help them in that game when they got their ass whooped by Tampa Bay? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all,
That's a
yeah,
great
exactly.
question. He
That's
was
another
old as
one.
shit. He's
He was
old as
38.
shit.
He was 38 years old when he won his first Super Bowl. 38, 39. So that whole the windows closed. Y'all need to go through y'all history.
I'm more concerned with developing players that can compete this on
Exactly.
defense when on offense. Yeah, exactly. And it's like I guess because I love watching defense. I love
Me
watching
too.
those highlight. I love watching those videos that you see them take those hits. You know, especially when you were allowed to hit. I loved
Yeah.
watching those videos, and so I would
I
rather
love
have a
defense.
amazing defense.
I
I
love
would
defense.
rather have an amazing defense, or even like somebody said, a top 15. Not even asking for a top 5 or a top 10, a top 15 defense.
I mean, look at the 2001 Ravens. Had an awesome defense. I think they're number 2 behind the 85 Bears is the best defense of all time. Had a strong
Mm-hmm.
running game. Who was their quarterback? I could have played quarterback for the Ravens if I had a good defense I could have played quarterback for the Ravens. Cause I asked every.
Let's talk about the Cowboys, because the Cowboys, when they won their rings in '92 and '93, Emmett Smith was a product of that line. Troy Aikman is a product of that line and of that defense.
Yeah, I really think so. I mean, so and then
But
I asked
defense don't
everybody
win
who's
games though.
defense won championships. I mean, like I said, look at the 2001 Ravens. I asked everybody this question: who was the quarterback on the Ravens? And everybody I asked, unless you was like a true Ravens fan or a true football fan,
Mm-hmm.
you couldn't even get it because you didn't even know who it was. I know Sam. I know you heard because they kicked the shit out of the Giants. They beat the shit out of the Giants in that Super Bowl. It's like I say. I mean, it's like I said, the defense and when the number one offense and the number one defense meets in the Super Bowl, the team that has the number one defense is 5-1. I mean, look at what Seattle did to Peyton Manning in that Super Bowl. Man, his ass looked. And then it wasn't Peyton Manning the MVP that year. He set the record
Mm-hmm.
for most touchdowns in the season with 55. And you saw what
Mm-hmm.
Seattle did to him. Made that man look mediocre. So
Man.
if you can get Matt Ryan a decent defense, because you talk about give him a decent defense. Give him a defense that can at least stop the bleeding. And you saw what happened with the defense played Sunday. Matt Ryan was balling. That man was out there making plays.
Man,
So
your defense looked like it clicked for the first time
it
all
finally
season.
did. And I gotta give a shout out to
Clicked. Like
Raheem.
all cylinders.
I gotta give a shout out to Raheem Morris because he made them boys play. Um, do I want him to be our coach? You know, it's debatable because I kind of see what he did as a head coach, but it just seems like because I said it before, when Quinn was there, it looked like the players didn't give a damn. They checked out or whatever. I saw a whole different mentality this past game. Like
Mm-hmm.
like the very first play, Deion Jones got an interception, so that set the tone. Like it set
Yep.
the tone for the game when he got the interception. You saw what Matt Ryan could do when the defense could at least stop the offense. You know what I'm saying? We have another game coming up against Detroit. It's another winnable game, so let's see if that carries over. But enough about that. Let's just talk. I mean, that was the
Take a
highlight of
look.
my weekend. That was the
Order.
highlight of my weekend.
It was
Somebody
a good
said,
highlight.
yeah. Somebody said, what's my thoughts on moving Neil to linebacker? I mean, honestly, it really doesn't matter to me because I think Neil is gone after this season. But I do want to see him have a healthy season this year. Maybe we can resign him to a 1 year deal. If not, then I wish him the best. But right now, moving him to linebacker, I mean, it wouldn't hurt, honestly. Yeah, you gotta make him accountable and uncomfortable. I was on Twitter. I think I retweeted it on my page. Um, where it talked about Dan Quinn was enabling the players and he was making the players comfortable, and you saw that. So you saw a difference when Raheem Morris kind of came in and kind of changed the mentality because everybody talks about the brotherhood, everybody talks about, but it wasn't working. So I think that with Raheem Morris coming in and kind of putting his hands on things, you saw a different mentality. Now, will that carry over for the season? Um, it's pretty much time will tell. I think like Arthur Blank said, this is an 11 game audition for everybody, players, coaches, personnel included. So this is pretty much American Idol for the Falcons. Everybody has to audition to keep their job. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Um, yeah, you got Michael Walker, you got Deion Jones, you got Okoye, you got Foye, you got those guys. I think we'll be all right, but like I said, time will tell. So, but with that being said, that was the one highlight. That was the one highlight because man, all my other teams wet the bed this weekend.
Man,
I don't even know where to start. Oh yes, I do. Them damn
heartache.
Braves. Them damn Braves.
Man, y'all had one job.
One job, one
One
game, one
motherfucking
job,
job.
one
One
game,
job. Now I'm
one
about to
job.
watch the World Series and watch this flipping team that I cannot stand at all. I would
I think
rather see, even though I can't stand the Cubs, I would rather see the damn Cubs
I see everybody.
than
I
these
see
than these Dodgers.
everybody is a Rays fan. To everybody out there, I apologize. As a Braves fan, I apologize.
Let's go
Uh, I,
Rays.
I know me and yeah, Sam was right. Poor base running did cost us because Azuna did it in
Mm.
game. He did it in game 4, I think, and then
Yep.
Austin Riley and Dansby did it in game 5 or game 6.
And
So
that killed your momentum.
because
In game
it was a runner
six,
it was a runner on
it,
first and third with no outs.
yep.
It was that was
And then
it
that'd be
that
a double play. Like, what the hell? And like, Dansby, you were just heating up.
yeah he was. And
You know, because
Kevin,
I'm a big Dansby fan. Like, if you don't know,
that's your dude. That's your dude.
I am a huge Dansby fan. And the reason why I'm a Dansby fan, because I went to a Cardinals Braves spring training game and I got to meet him his rookie season. And I was able to actually have a conversation with him. He is such a laid back kind of guy. And I've been watching the Braves. Of course, I'm a fan of the game since my Cardinals are not in there, and I'm like, okay, let's go Braves, and they were looking great, looking just amazing. And then Game 6, which I thought y'all had it, but that double play killed
That's,
y'all momentum.
and can I say for the record, fuck Mookie Betts.
Yeah, because I was just about to put that up. Yeah, yeah.
Fuck Mookie Betts. I mean, I'm not saying it in a negative way. I'm saying it because the fact that the guy could ball, and
Mm-hmm.
he was a thorn in our side that whole series. So I would like to say for the record, fuck Mookie Betts. I even put it on my Twitter page, but I said it all in jest. But I think most of the Braves fans that I talked to, we all have a general dislike for that guy. Cause that guy was making play after play after play. And I was like, dude, we get it. You're good. We get it. You're
Yeah,
good. Come on.
he was showing
Like,
out for real.
yeah, he was. He showed he was worth that 150, $200 million contract. Cause boy, every time he did a hell of a play, I was like, fuck this guy. But
Oh, I saw it from all y'all. Like all
oh,
y'all said it simultaneously.
Papa, Block, all of the Maggie, all of us, we was like, fuck that guy, fuck Mookie Betts, bruh. So, but I know my sister Nina's watching. She's a Dodgers fan. She was talking shit this weekend when she came to visit. So I ain't got nothing to say to her right now. She's I got her on silent treatment for the next 2 weeks. I don't want to talk to her because she was talking hella shit this weekend. So I don't even want to talk to her. But I know she's watching right now. So congratulations, sis. Your team made it, but at the same time, you can kiss my ass. Fuck the damn Dodgers and Mookie Betts. So, oh, 300 million. My bad. Thank you, Sam. It was 300 million. So we get it. We get it. So I mean, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed, but I'm proud of my team. I didn't really watch a whole lot because every time they played, I was either working or sleep. Uh, but I'm proud of my team. We're
I
young.
watched every game. I watched every game, and I was so proud of y'all. And then
No, I'm talking about the regular season. Now the playoff wise, I had it on my phone. I was watching it at work. I was watching like playoff time. I'm just talking about the regular season
all regular season, yeah.
because I didn't really watch a whole lot because either I was asleep or I was at work, so I didn't really watch. And then in Arizona they don't really show a lot of Atlanta sports anyway. So I was just like, I watched when I could. But I'm proud of these guys. And do whatever you have to do, Atlanta. Do whatever you have to do to keep Marcel Ozuna a Brave. I don't care what you give him. Give him unlimited access to all the strip clubs in Atlanta. Let him have the lemon pepper
His
wings.
his wife is crazy, so I don't think he going there.
Well, either way it goes, Atlanta, whatever you do, because I was disappointed that when we let Josh Donaldson go, I was very disappointed because Josh Donaldson had a hell of a season with us. That one year he was, the bringer of rain. So I was disappointed that we let him go, but money talks and bullshit runs a marathon. So he's going where the money is, and I don't blame him. And plus, he wanted to go back to the AL because he wanted to be a designated hitter, which I don't blame him for that because he's up there in age and he wants to play a couple more years, so he wants to be a DH. So that's cool. But do whatever. But when we got Ozuna, I was like, all right, because I remember LaDonna talking about him in St. Louis, and he kind of killed us in that playoff game that we had. He had a couple home runs against us. So do whatever you have to do, Atlanta, to keep that man
We
in Atlanta.
disrespected him. There was a reason. There was a reason why, because he wanted to stay here. We disrespected him. I'm not coming back to a city that disrespected you.
Yeah, I
Or
understand that.
with me, I'm not coming back. And somebody, there were some people saying a comment that were like, try to get Ozuna back. He's not coming back here because the owners disrespected this man.
So you
He's
mean by
not coming
disrespect?
back.
So you mean by disrespect? You mean money wise or personal wise?
Money
Man,
wise.
I figured that. I figured. So
Yeah.
whatever Atlanta has to do, he said he loves the city. He loves playing with the guys that we have. And then yeah, Sam just said I hope they do. They exercise the universal DH
I hope so.
because the way the
I
game
love
was
it.
playing, the game that was playing during the playoff time, it was better. You can put your batters in there. You got guys you can switch around and stuff like that. So I really hope so. But he said he wants to play with guys like Acuna and Albies. He wants to play with these guys. So I really hope Atlanta don't even let that man leave his house. Just pull up, do like the Mavericks did. DeAndre Jordan put a chair under the door and play cards with it all night. Just talk money, please do that because he was the
That was the
spark.
Clippers. The Clippers did that to yeah, because
The
he
Clippers.
was supposed to come here the
Right.
first
Okay, it was the
time.
Clippers. So my thing is, I hope that they don't let that man leave the house because he was the spark. He did more than just play. He was good third baseman, but the bat that he brought, like if he was leading the National League in home runs during the season. He was leading the league in home runs. So I mean, keep that guy. And to see before the monumental collapse against the Dodgers, that man was playing his ass off in the NLCS. That man, like, he was making key hits, key plays. I mean, the only thing that I really got mad at him about is when he forgot to tag third base. So but hindsight's 2020. Uh, the
I
pitching
cursed
staff,
at him for y'all.
yeah, the pitching staff looks great. Soroka will be back. Ian Anderson looks like a stud. Freed is Freed. We got pitchers. Do I want us to have another key pitcher in free agency? Maybe, but right now we got a bunch of young arms, so we'll see how that happens. So right now, I'm proud. I'm disappointed that we didn't make it, but I'm proud of where this team is going. We got a bunch of young players,
Oh,
so I
Freddie
really,
Freeman's his dude, so he will.
yeah. Oh, don't get me wrong. I love Freddie Freeman. Don't get me wrong. I was getting to that, John. Let me get to that. Okay. I said the man was NL MVP. It just sucks that
Hmm.
he's not going to his first World Series. So I mean, I feel bad for him, but the man is the NL MVP this year. He really is. Like I don't see nobody else taking it from him. I mean, you could say the same about Mookie. You could say about JD Martinez. Freddie Freeman's the MVP. He's the MVP. So I mean, like, I love Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman is. I call Freddie Freeman the old man. He's the old man because everybody's like. I'm assuming everybody, with the exception of Ozuna and Markakis and a couple more guys. The rest of the most of the team is under 25. So we still got a young team. So Freddie Freeman is the OG of the group. He's the OG of the group. So I mean, I'm very high on this team. We'll see what happens next season with the signings, and I'm pretty sure my BFF's gonna keep abreast of everything because baseball is a sport. So I'm pretty sure she's gonna be hitting me with the hot stove and stuff like that. Let me know what's going on. But the priority we need to do right now, make sure Marcell Ozuna stays in Atlanta. Whatever we need to do, give that man a blank check and write him whatever he wants, because that man was a spark. He filled the void that Donaldson left. And then we got Pache. So he's another good young guy that we got out of our farm system. So we really look good. Sam,
I would,
no.
I would say I would disown Sam for that
No,
comment.
no. Sam. The Yankees can't the Yankees can't have everybody. Y'all already got Stanton. Y'all got Judge. Y'all got Sanchez. Y'all got Cole. Y'all don't need no y'all stay away from Freddie. Just like I
Mm-mm.
tell my BFF about staying away from Matt Ryan. Stay away from Freddie Freeman. Leave Freddie Freeman. He's gonna retire. He's gonna be like Chipper was. Play his whole career with one team. He's not going anywhere. He's just like Chipper Jones. So no. So, but I'm very high on this team. I expect good things from him next season. So we'll see what happens. And then my damn Bulldogs.
Mm.
My damn Bulldogs.
One
You know,
job.
you know what? It's just like the Braves. You're on the biggest stage in college football, going against a team that's pretty much made your life miserable for the past 3 or 4 years. It started with the national championship, then two SEC title games. And then, last Saturday, I was like, you know what? Maybe this is the time we can get over the hump because, Georgia has a pretty good defense. Our running game is clicking. Maybe this will be the time to take out the big bad Bama. And they fell flat on their face. They really did. It always happens. Every time we play Alabama, it always happens. We start out good, winning, beating Alabama to the punch, beating them to just beating them. And then second half, it all falls apart.
I was like,
And
what happened?
I don't. But you know what? You know what? I gotta give props to Stetson Bennett. Stetson Bennett played a hell of a game. He played a hell of a game, or a hell of a season. Consider the fact that our quarterback situation wasn't that great because Dewan Mathis kind of struggled, and Stetson came in and he played a hell of against the Auburn game, the Tennessee game. He played great, but he got exposed a little bit against Alabama defense that wasn't really that good. I mean, they was coming in averaging 600 yards and 30, 40 points. Like, we had the opportunities to score on this Alabama defense, but when you're not that tall and your passes are constantly getting back down, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then when he did get the ball off, he was overthrowing people. So it really kind of showed how bad our quarterback situation is. Like, we got JD Dames, which I hope he starts next week. Uh, we got to play, I think, Kentucky, or we have a bye or whatever. I think we have a bye, then we play Kentucky. Then we got the big one against Florida in a couple weeks. They got to figure out this quarterback situation. We really do, because if we don't have a quarterback, like we have a defense, we got a running game, but we ain't got a quarterback that can make plays. It's gonna be a long season. And the one thing I don't want to do, I do not want to hear my son talk trash about Florida beating Georgia because I don't want to do that because I already know he's not gonna let up.
I'm
So
just letting you know if Missouri accidentally beat y'all too, I'm coming for the jugular.
I mean, it is what it is. We really need to get our quarterback situation under control because Alabama. I mean, and then they're talking about Kirby's becoming the new Mark Rick because he can't win the big one. So right now I can't say nothing because he hasn't won the big one yet. Like that was a big game. That was a big game. It was on the national stage. Game day was there. This was a top five matchup. This was finally going to prove that the Bulldogs are ready to compete in the CFP by knocking off Alabama, and we fell flat on our face. Now, granted, we only slipped to number 4, but I think the only reason why we didn't slip that far is because a lot of teams are not playing. But if this was like the regular season, we wouldn't have been number 4. We probably have been like 9 or 10 at the most, maybe 11 at the most. So I'm I'm disappointed, but we got to start from somewhere. We really do. We got to start from somewhere. So we got a game. I think we got to buy this week. I'm not sure. We got to buy this week, but we really got to step it up. So
I'm just saying, you could be, hey, positive. You could have looked like Tennessee.
whew, man, they got their ass whooped by Kentucky. I know Peyton's kicking himself right now
Mm-hmm.
because they got their ass whooped. But the thing about it is, we play Kentucky in a couple weeks. I don't know if we play them this Saturday or next Saturday. We play them, so I
Oh,
gotta
we
check the
play them
schedule.
soon too. We play
Well,
them
we
soon.
well they, we were, I think we were supposed to play them this weekend, but they moved it because of the whole Corona thing. So I think they moved it, which would have been our bye before the Florida game. So since now we have our bye now, Florida and Georgia will play on the same day, right before the big game on November 7th. So, and I know they said something about Georgia Tech. I'm not really a Tech fan, but they did get their ass whooped, so that actually was pretty good because Clemson beat the brakes off of them.
Oh, we play Kentucky
The
this weekend.
Who play Kentucky this weekend? Y'all do?
Missouri. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think we got to buy this weekend. Then we play Kentucky Halloween weekend. So,
And then we
but
play
yeah.
y'all on the 14th, on November 14th.
So right after the Florida game. So that might be a trap game for Georgia, especially coming off a big game against Florida. That might be a trap game for us for Georgia. So
Hey,
I
John,
mean,
I'm just being honest. Like, look at Tennessee.
yeah.
There's people playing worse than y'all. That's the
I mean, look.
positive out of this
I
negative.
mean, look at Georgia Tech. Look at Georgia Tech.
Woo!
They let Clemson just they
Manhandle.
killed it 73-7. That's like an NCAA video game score right there. So
Yeah.
yeah. So I saw this meme out here. I saw this meme where they had the picture of Thanos and the girl was asking him, about the Falcons winning. Was it worth it? And he was like, yes. And it's like, what did it cost you? And Thanos had all these Georgia teams on this side that lost. And he was like, everything. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty much what it was. Like, out of all the teams that won this weekend, the damn Atlanta Falcons was the only team to win. Not saying that it's a bad thing because I'm glad they won because they needed some kind of
But the team that you thought wasn't probably going to win won.
Right. Because the Braves were going in 3-1. Georgia was ready for Alabama, and it just, man. I'm glad I was high this weekend because, boy, I was, man, the old me would have been like, I've been on my Facebook page just ranting and raving the whole time, but I didn't even say anything. Like, my homegirls were there.
I would have logged off.
No, my homegirls were there. They were cheering more than me. I was like, hey, it is what it is.
No, but I'm saying if they weren't there, and I already know what weekend you had because they were there. I'm just saying if they weren't there and you did not have your edibles, I would have logged off. Like I'm not. They would have been messaging me like, Dre's on one again. I can't stop him. There's nothing I could do to save y'all.
You know what? I would have called my connect and be like, hey man, let me get some of that. Let me get a bag. Because I would just, I would have just logged off Facebook and I'd be like, you know what? Let me go. It's time for me to get off social media because but this is Georgia sports. And people was talking about, it's the city curse. It's our team's curse. Yes and no. Yes, I think the team has some kind of a stigma that we can't win the big one. But at the same time, I mean, look at Cleveland. Cleveland finally came through. They finally got a championship. So we're not cursed. It's just we have a stigma. We have a long history. So Eventually, it'll break out. Eventually, I just don't want to be too old and senile to care. So yeah, so but that's all I have as far as my teams. It was a terrible weekend, but at the same time, it happens. It happens. It really happens. And sometimes, when you see your team struggle for so long, you're just used to it. Like you're not even mad. Like you're not even mad anymore. So it is what it is. I'm still gonna support my teams. I've been supporting them for the last 20, 25 years. So I'm not gonna I'm not gonna bail out on them yet. So we good. Who I got in the World Series is simple. Beat the
You said
Dodgers.
race. Beat the
Yeah,
Dodgers.
beat the Dodgers. Because I'm still pissed off that it's supposed to be the Rays and the Braves.
Yeah.
So I want the
I
Rays
would
to
have
win.
been conflicted. I would have been conflicted if it was you two because I support like people on both teams. And it's like, oh, who do I go for? I would have been probably neutral. I'd probably have been Switzerland on if it was you two. I would just been happy that it was, two different teams.
Anybody but the Astros and the Dodgers.
And that's exactly how I wanted it. I just did not want to see neither one of them. It just, I will say because Randy, I can never say his last name. The rookie starts with an A.
I know you're talking about.
I know who everybody that is doing absolute monstrous for his rookie season. He used to be on the Cardinals, and the Cardinals are, Cardinals fans are going at it.
Probably kicking. Probably.
They're in these groups, especially these all Cardinal groups. They're sounding like bitter exes that can't let go.
Right.
And it's like, okay, he's not on our team no more. Yes, he's doing fabulous. There's no reason to complain. Just let him do what he's doing. He is an ex-Cardinal. Like, we traded him basically for hardly nothing because he was still in our AAA. He wasn't even, like, he played a couple games, but he was still in AAA when we gave him to Tampa Bay. We traded him for a pitcher, I think.
And now he
out here balling.
The ALCS MVP.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so it is what it is. But like I said, anybody but them, go Rays.
Yeah, that's who I'm going for. I'm going for the Rays. So that's who's gonna be my team. So.
Yep. Yeah,
that's all I gotta say about that. So we're good. On the work. I was simple. I don't have to say anything. Anybody but the Dodgers. Consider the fact that we lost in that fashion. I'm cheering for the Dodgers. I mean, not the Dodgers. I'm cheering for the Rays.
Yes. NFL recap. The Tampa Bay game. The Tampa Bay versus Green Bay was actually a really interesting game. I was not expecting the game how it ended. I expected a more kind of a closer game. Mm-hmm. The Denver, go Mizzou, Drew Lock beat Cam Newton.
Right. And like I said, with the Tampa and the Green Bay game, I didn't see nobody complain. I didn't see not one Green Bay Packers fan complain about Aaron Rodgers. So I really
Tennessee beat Houston. Man,
that's gonna be a huge game.
Derrick Henry's a flipping monster.
He's the best running back in the league right now. Consider the fact that Saquon's out, and he's the best receiver in the league. I mean, he's the best running back in the league, and that's going to be a huge matchup next weekend when they play the Steelers, the battle of them beatings. So I'm definitely going to be watching that game when the Falcons go off. I'm definitely going to keep close eye on that game because it's going to be strength on strength. You got the Steelers with a very good run defense versus the Titans with a very good run offense. So it's going to be the movable force versus the unstoppable object.
Congrats to the Giants and Sam for their first win. Yay!
And the crazy thing about it is they're like a couple. I think they're one game out of first place.
Yeah.
1 or 2 games out of first place. Yeah.
But what's really so funny is this: Miami won.
Yeah.
They're what, 3-2?
Yeah, and Tua starting next Sunday.
And two is starting.
Uh-huh.
How do you feel if anybody's listening, and how do you feel about Tua starting? And Fitzpatrick was winning, and they're making him start against the Rams.
So he gotta go. So the first challenge he gotta go against Thanos himself.
Exactly. I'm calling in sick.
But like, so it's crazy. They was like, you're gonna start this Sunday, but you gotta go against the Rams with that defense led by Aaron Donald. I'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
that's what we're
Okay.
doing today.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you're not gonna ease me in. You're just gonna be like, throw me in the
Just throw
fire,
me out in the wolves.
throw
It's
me out in the
just
fire.
man.
Crazy, crazy. But I'm
Yeah,
happy
because
for
I
him.
saw that and I was just like, yeah, he's starting. Oh, he's starting against them.
Yeah. Mm, right. So, but I wish him the best because consider the fact he came back from a major, almost
He
career
is
ending
starting.
injury.
He is starting this
He
week.
started. They already announced it.
He already
He's
announced it.
starting.
He is starting this week. I am so sorry, John.
He is
But
starting.
yeah.
He is starting this weekend, and good luck to him. I mean,
Yeah.
he came back from a career-threatening injury, and he's back. You know what I'm saying? And then this is my thing. I want to ask anybody out here: do you trade Fitzpatrick to anybody? Do you like use him as trade bait? Because the dude obviously got the juice. Does he play? Does he get traded, or does the Dolphins send him out there as trade bait, or do they outright release him and he becomes a free agent? Because I know I know there's a lot of teams that can use him. They can use him, like
I don't think they'll let him go.
maybe in the trade, maybe.
I don't think they'll let him go at all, like right now, because he's been playing, like Sam's been saying. He's surprised too, because he's actually been playing very well.
Yeah, yeah. So, because yeah, Brian said to keep it for injury protection because
Yep.
I think after that Rams game, I hope Tua's got I hope Tua is in one piece after that because I'm saying that Dolphins offensive line is decent, but they have never seen a player like Aaron Donald. So that's the crazy thing. So
Yeah. That's
right.
nope.
So I've sent him good vibes, but we'll see what happens. So that's
Yes.
good. But other than
So
that,
it's the
that's
end of the
it.
show, my friend.
That's it.
So
I
you
don't
know
have
what that
anything else to
means.
say.
Besides, I will say this: if you're listening on the Mad Mike channel, please go over because there's another show happening as we speak. Mad Mike and Maggie and all of them, because there's like all them. I can't not name everybody. It's like Juju, Kevin. I think am I missing somebody?
Juju, Kevin,
AFN.
Maggie, Mike, a lot. Agilon's on there. Congratulations to him. He's on there for a little bit. So yeah, they got
Yeah,
a
yeah,
whole other crew.
yes,
I might pop in
yes,
for a little bit. I might pop in for a
yeah,
little bit. So we'll see.
yes. But that's on right now. Mad Mike Sports YouTube channel.
Go check them out.
Like I said, go check them out. They're on right now. Right now, we are going to take parting shots, which this means this is the end of the show, and we're going to just release some steam. It could be personal. It could be sports wise. It could be whatever our heart desires. We just sometimes need to let it go. You
Yeah,
got something? Because I got something.
I do. I do. You want me to go, or you gonna go?
Go. You
Okay.
go.
The only thing I gotta say is, I said it last night on my page. Watch who you trust. Watch who you trust. Because uh, a lot of people they use this term friend loosely, but some of these people out here that use it loosely, they don't really know what a friend is. Uh, I been going through a lot as of late, and I had two of my closest friends just get in their car and come see me, all the way from California. Uh, that's big. That's the crazy thing about because me and my BFF, yeah, we talk a lot of trash to each other. She's very petty towards me, but I know if I need somebody to call or somebody to talk to, she's always the first to pick up the phone when I call her. So you need friends like that that knows when something's wrong and they'll come and see how you're doing, or they'll call you or text you. You need friends like that. I appreciate the friends I have because, like I said before, I've been going through a lot as of late, but They've kept me on the straight and narrow. They kept me from going off the deep end, whether it's by a phone call or text or just coming to visit or coming just to offer some encouragement. You need people like that. Don't push them
Mhm.
away. Don't push them away. Keep them. Keep them around you because they're the kind of people you need to elevate yourself to get you better. So just make sure that if you see somebody doing something for you and they're doing it out of the kindness of their heart and they're not doing it for social media likes or self gratification, keep them because there's a lot of people out here they don't have the best interest in your heart. So and it's up to you to decide who's there for you and who's there for you because of what you can do for them. So that's my part, shot. I ain't got nothing to say on that. That's my whole thing. So I just appreciate everybody that's been rocking with me this long road to my self healing. I appreciate everybody, even the ones that left, and they're doing their own thing. I appreciate you too because you showed me a lot as well in your absence.
Have
Like
a
I said,
good night, John.
I posted it. I posted it a couple days ago. Some people come into your life as a blessing or a lesson. So even the ones that are here for the blessing, I appreciate y'all. Even the ones that were here just for a lesson, I appreciate you too because you showing me that lesson. So it's been a long road to healing, and I appreciate everybody that's like been on my side and been keeping up with me and checking on me. So much appreciate everybody. So that's my part of the shot. That's all I have to say.
Let me get some water because I got something to say. Listen, listen well, all of you. You see, I'm a woman, and I know my shit. There's a lady on this channel that is on right now. Her name is Maggie. She knows her shit. I got several other females that know their shit. My sister used to be a football coach,
Mm-hmm.
and she played it
Mm-hmm.
for the women's league.
Mm-hmm.
I am so tired of these lame, poor excuse of a man, I should say a boy, talking shit because we don't know about the fucking game because we're a fucking woman. Fuck you and your whole crew. Like, I'm just
First,
tired of that shit.
yeah.
It gets old. See,
Annoying.
annoying as shit. As you know, as we watch the game just like y'all do. We follow the stats just like y'all do. Oh, but because we're a woman, we must not know what we're talking about. Like, seriously, I don't understand what else, especially Maggie. Maggie's been working her ass off
Mm-hmm.
from promoting to just showing up and speaking her mind to hitting you with facts.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all over here just disrespecting her. Fuck you, and I'll come for your fucking jugular. Because if I see that shit, I'm coming at you.
Yeah, she's been toe to toe with the best of us, so she knows her shit.
You
She
know, I'm
knows her
coming,
shit.
like I'm coming at you because, like I see her, she's the Falcons version of me.
Mm-hmm.
She
Mm-hmm.
knows her shit. We can talk to you about, if that's a slant, if that's a wide out, you know what I'm saying? We can tell you different shit. We can tell you different defenses.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Cam said something disrespectful to that lady and talk about, oh, you can speak routes. Yes, we can.
Mm-hmm.
So don't come for us because when you come for us, like I said, we coming for your jugular, and then you're going to be looking all stupid when a female schooled you over some sports.
Yep.
Like, obviously, you have not had enough females in your life that know sports. We don't just cook and clean. We know sports too.
Yep.
Like, real talk. Like, this
I,
shit just is annoying.
it really is.
And what's so funny is where I come from, who taught me sports was my mother.
Ain't your mama
Who
Cardinals fan
taught?
too?
Yep.
And she's a
And she's
and she's a
and
Rams
she's
fan.
and she's a Rams fan. And she's a Blues fan. She supports the Chiefs. She taught me how to play softball. She taught me the game of hockey. She taught me the game, like all like the rules and regulations for the NFL. My mother, my grandmother taught her. I don't have a daughter, but I'm teaching my son. His dad's here too, but I'm teaching him the game, like the baseball. His baseball, dad doesn't watch baseball, so I'm teaching him baseball, and he absolutely loves baseball. He loves hockey too.
Mm-hmm.
But don't come for us. Try Jesus. Don't try us.
Cause I know how to fight.
And we throw hands.
Cause I know how to fight.
Exactly.
So, but
Yes,
I will.
but that's it just irks my nerves.
I know, and then Sean, this is my thing. I'm not gonna regret not getting Trevor Lawrence. Do I want him? No, I don't want him. But we get him, then guess what? I'm gonna support the team regardless. You know what I'm saying? So that's not what I'm saying. Do I? If we get Trevor Lawrence, cool. I just know how Atlanta fans work. I know how they work. So I mean, that's my thing. But if we get Trevor Lawrence, then I'm not the one signing the checks. I'm not the one that's the owner. So I can't. I'm not gonna get mad about that. Would I want a defensive player first? Yeah, absolutely. But if we get him, then what? I ain't gonna. I'm not gonna do like most of y'all do when Matt Ryan is playing. Y'all go and do whatever. Y'all don't support the team because y'all don't like who's the quarterback or who's the whoever. So I mean, I'm still supporting the team, but I do have a right to critique and criticize and disagree with everything. I'm not a super fan like some people are. I don't just support the logo and stuff like that. I actually want to see my roster get to the point where they can compete for championships. That's my thing. That's it. I don't worry about the logo because the logo will give a fuck about players. They don't. You see Julio had to hold out to get money, and a lot of y'all talk about trading Julio. I'm like, y'all are crazy. Y'all crazy as hell. So I mean, so when they say that, when they say trade Julio because he wants to hold out on training camp, that's why I'll talk to a lot of y'all Falcons fans. Cause y'all are stupid. Y'all are crazy. Y'all act like y'all playing Madden on rookie level with the salary cap off. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that that's you, Sean. I'm just saying that it's a lot of Falcon fans that think like that.
Yep.
They think it's Madden on rookie level with the salary cap off, where they can go sign all these players. Like they can sign Matt Ryan and then Aaron Rodgers be his backup with Tom Brady as the third string quarterback. Kind of shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that. And yeah, Sam, I heard your stories about Michaela. I know she be taking the dude's lunch money because some of the stuff that you post about her, I be like, damn, I didn't even think that. I didn't even know that. So yeah, a lot of these girls out here, they will look. I've lost a sports argument to a girl, so I can admit that I lost one, and I rarely lose arguments in sports. But I lost that one that day. She came with the knowledge. So a lot of y'all see these pretty faces and these, these nice bodies and these pretty smiling faces and stuff like that. Don't let that shit fool you. Cause I know a lot of girls out there that will take these guys' lunch money and won't even think twice about doing it. There's one right there, and my other one's on the other show. I know two of them. You know what I'm saying? So don't get it twisted. These girls out here, like y'all talk about 2020. Yes, they had plenty of time to watch these sports because they can't do shit else in quarantine. Can't do shit else. So they out here watch these sports trying to figure things out because that's the only thing they
And
can
that's I've
really
been
do.
and that's all I've been doing. Like my son, like we literally majority of our day, his 3 years of his existence, watching sports majority of the day. And I watch football, basketball, baseball, hockey, UFC,
Everything.
boxing.
Boxing.
Like
Everything.
I watch everything. I watch everything. And my son is learning to watch all of it.
Yep.
So, like I said, if you gonna come for me, make sure you come correctly. Because if you don't, woo, Lord Jesus.
She gonna take your lunch money. I'm trying to tell you. You're gonna take your lunch money. Just be careful. Cause I'm telling you right now, all that disrespect towards Maggie, that was uncalled for. These dudes,
It
like
was
I
there.
said,
Very disrespectful, and
Fragile,
it put me in some type of way. It made me.
fragile,
It just.
fragile male egos. That's all it is. That's what it
Yep.
is. Basically, that's what it comes down to. Fragile male egos. That's what it
And
is.
thank you, John. Yes, we tried. Like we. I feel like we have to do. We have to know more than the average man because people think we don't know shit because we're a woman.
Right. Definitely. So, you know. But yeah, like I said, don't let these pretty faces fool you. They be knowing. They be knowing. Like
Yeah,
they be teaching.
yeah.
They be teaching me shit.
I
So
I don't pick just a team because of I like their colors because they're purple, or I like their team because of their mascot. Stuff like that. No.
right. She, like I said, she knows the stat lines. She be watching the game just like all of us, and she'll be sitting there telling me stuff. I'm watching the game and everything. So yeah, don't let the smooth taste fool you. Sometimes these girls know they shit. So
Yes.
when I see them get disrespected by a guy, you gotta check them, man. I gotta make sure I check. Because I was gonna check the dude that was disrespecting Maggie, but LaDonna was there, Mike was there, Kevin was there, so I didn't really have to say that because they already had it. So I knew when I saw it, I was like, LaDonna's about to come around, and lo and behold, here she comes. So y'all gotta get that out y'all system, fellas. Some of these women know sports. Some of them know more than you. It's just what it is. It happens.
I know more than my husband. It's just because of the simple fact I watch more sports. Don't get me
Right.
wrong, his NFL knowledge is very great, but I just watch more sports than him.
Yeah, it happens. So, it is what it is. So just get that out your system, fellas, and treat them as equals. Because especially like when they have these women announcers and these women are breaking barriers in the sports world, I see a lot of negative comment coming from guys. And I'm like, you're just mad because she's doing something that you can't? Like, come on. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Like, you know. I know some female announcers that I watch more than the male. Like I hate Joe Buck because he was slobbing the Dodgers the whole time I was watching him.
You gonna
I
talk?
hate
You
that
gonna
guy.
you
I hate
you
that
know?
guy.
I will give you these skibbity paps. Okay.
I'd rather watch Doris Burke before I watch Joe Buck. And a lot of
I
people, I know a
love
lot of people
Doris.
talk about. I know a lot of people talk about her, and I'm like, she's
Yep.
probably one of the best. Now, like I said, I'll take over Joe Buck, and there's another guy I'll take over. But yeah, like, come on, y'all gotta
The
give these. You
Sunday
gotta
night,
give these women.
the Sunday night crew, Chris Collinsworth.
I hate that guy. But now here's a guy.
Mm.
No shit, Sherlock.
Oh.
Captain fucking obvious over here.
Yeah,
Like here's a guy that
I actually love Joe Buck, but it's more of a bias thing. But I
he
listened to his dad. I listened to his dad when I grew up, and then I listened to his sister too. His sister was on a local St. Louis channel, so I've listened to both of them, all three of them actually. So I do have a little bit of bias,
I
but
I
what's so funny is Cardinals fans say the same thing that the Braves fans were saying
he's
this
boy, like
week.
I said, between him and John Smoltz, and John Smoltz really pissed me off because he played for us. I understand being unbiased. I get it. You gotta be unbiased, but damn, you and Joe Buck was taking turns on that knob on that Dodgers knob, man. Like I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was talking. When the Braves are actually winning the game, they was like, well, let's see how the Dodgers can bounce back from this. I'm like, so y'all not even gonna talk about how the Braves won this game. So I know when the Dodgers actually came back and won the series, he probably went home and jerked off to that. So
I'm done.
you know,
I'm
and
done.
I'm pretty sure he's on there tonight. And I wish they
He's
had
on.
like a Spanish alternate. I'd rather listen to the Spanish alternate than fucking Joe Buck.
Put the
So
sap on.
yeah, I'll probably do that. If I watch the World Series, I probably wouldn't watch it because I'm be so hurt. But I'll probably watch
Yeah,
it a
I'm
little
watching.
bit. We'll see.
No score right now. There's no score as of right now.
So, but yeah, I just got the alert. They just started the first pitch and everything like that. So
No, it's like
no, I'm
the
talking
18th
about.
pitch.
No, I'm talking about because I haven't been looking at my phone, so I assume it was
Oh, okay.
on.
We're on the 18th pitch, is the bottom of the first.
Yeah. So,
Um,
but that's it for
yeah,
me. I don't
don't
have
be
nothing
too
else to say.
hard. Yeah, don't be too hard. He is. It's just it. I know when it's like an ex player because that's what what's his name did for. He works for the ESPN. Eduardo Perez. He used to play for the Cardinals, and he talked so much shit about us. My mom was like, Didn't he play for us?" Yes, ma'am. And you know this. Yes, they
Yes,
are,
yes,
Sam, and
yes.
that's what the even heartbreak
That's what
is
pissed me
that
off the most. We could have just
I
stayed in.
think, yeah, because he was planning on coming here.
I sure was. I was gonna come. I was gonna take the week off, and I was gonna watch the whole World Series with my BFF.
Yeah. He was like, "I'm gonna come. I just need a place to stay." And I was like, "I got you."
So
even though we're a little far, but we'll make it there. But yeah,
you know what?
It hurt.
You know what? I would have just watched it at your house because I was looking at the tickets and they are like sky high right now because they only let a certain amount of people in.
Yeah.
So
you saw that my friend was giving away tickets. I was selling tickets last Saturday, and I was like, man, if y'all were here, yeah, because it was two tickets.
I sure would have came.
2 tickets for the Braves Dodgers game, and he was only selling them for $140 a piece.
Oh God! Oh man, I would have been there for real. I would have been there. But
yeah,
I am coming for the fight in December, so I will be there for that because they are fighting at the Cowboy Stadium, so they are allowing fans. So I will be there for that. So I'm definitely gonna be in the building for that when I
remember now.
Yeah, I told you at the house.
Remember you said I told you last week, and I'm like,
I told you. I said, hey, if I don't come, the Braves don't make the World Series, I'm gonna come for the fight. So they're actually allowing fans. So I saw tickets. So I'm going once I get paid. I get paid in a couple weeks. I'm definitely getting some. So I'm definitely getting a ticket. So I'll just stay at your crib and make that long drive to Arlington if I have to. So
yes, enjoy that.
I will be for that. Well, if you was willing and able, I would bring you with me because I have to have my BFF there.
We'll talk about it. We'll figure it out.
I know
because this one said I could go to the game, and I was like, we're poor. And then of course I saw those tickets the next day, and I'm like,
yeah, them tickets for that fight, man. The tickets I want is like $200 some bucks. So I'm like, I can get that. I get my bonus at the end of the month, so I'll probably use that to buy a ticket. So.
And plane ticket?
Airplane ticket, boxing ticket, whatever.
All the tickets. All the
tickets I did, yeah. All the tickets. Right, all the tickets.
Well, that is the end of our show.
Yeah.
And I would like to thank each and every one of you for listening. Like I said earlier, if you were on our show and you're listening on Mad Mike Sports, please go over and watch AFN, please.
Yep, Sam. That's what I'm exactly doing, Sam.
He never splurges. He never splurges, Sam. So he needs to splurge every once in a while himself.
My BFF gave me a nickname for me. She calls me Julius Krabs. That's what she calls me.
Yes, because I want him to splurge on himself. It's not so much, you don't do absolutely nothing for yourself, but you'll do anything and everything for everybody else in a heartbeat. And I'm like, okay, that's great, but think about yourself too, boo. Like you're your own star player. Think about yourself. Make sure yourself is happy.
That's why I'm coming to the fight in December. I already got my time off Friday and Saturday, so I'm definitely gonna be in the building for that one. So
you're gonna be in there till Tuesday?
Spence wins? Yes, absolutely. Oh wait, you talking about? I got to come see nephew. I got to come see nephew.
Oh, well, you're going to be here, so.
Because I know if I don't see you, your nephew, you're going to be like.
Saturday, Sunday. Oh, yeah, he'll come at you.
Yeah, I'm coming. I'll be there.
Yeah, he's already looking for you. He's like, Uncle Draco be on? Yes.
I'm here. Well, tell him I'll be there in December then, because I took off Friday and Saturday. So, but
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Well, I gotta use my time. I gotta use my time before January 1st. So I got what's better place to use it than to come see Tuesday. 5 whole days. You can you put up with me for 5 whole days?
Actually, can you deal with my smart ass mouth for five whole days?
Well, consider the fact you took a picture of me when my team was getting beat by the Bears and blasted me on there. Yeah, I could take it. At least
you didn't sing.
That's what I said. I'd rather you would have did that than me sing because I ain't want to. So we good. We good.
It works out.
Yeah,
but thank you everybody for joining us. We'll be on next week. The Chain Reaction will be back on next Sunday. Our game is at 3 or I don't know. The Cowboys play at some time, and we'll be on after sometime. That's just
whenever they play.
Whenever we play, we're going to be on after. And And then we'll be back on next Tuesday. And we did change our time, on which I need to change the time on the flyer. We will be on at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. Tuesdays. Hopefully we'll have the phone lines up next week. But yes, come check us out next week. Go check out the other guys if you're a Falcons fan. And you all have a great night.
Peace.
Peace out.
Word.